Looking back at your time as a RubberDuck in 2022, what do you remember from that time with the Akron team?
It was a lot of fun. We had a really good group of guys, really good staff, unbelievable fans there. And the town itself was really nice, calm. I enjoyed every bit of it. An American Deli down the street for sure.
And Hunter, you got to be the home opener starting pitcher that year in 2022. What was that like?
It was fun. I was a little nervous getting into it for sure, being the first one to go there. But like I said, we had good people help me calm me down and whatnot. But it was a lot of fun to be able to throw the first game there.
And when you think about that year in your own development journey, what were the key things that happened for you in your time as a RubberDuck?
I think it's just growing and learning more about yourself each time I went out and through. I learned something different for sure. But I think it was just going to that next level to start the year and just, trying to learn about myself, learn what can work for me and, get hitters out.
That same year, you got the call up to the major leagues. How did you find out?
Well, Andy Tracy in Columbus called me, and I didn't even have his number at the time, so I didn't know who this was, and got the call. I was super excited. At the end, I didn't even know who it was until I came back to Columbus after, but it was super fun. Stressful time, making sure, let the parents know, get them up to Cleveland. And, I was getting a lot of phone calls and texts, so it was a great time, a real stressful time, but it was amazing.
And then you had the chance to start in the major leagues, work in relief, and of course, now we're talking after you had pretty much established yourself as a reliever in the bullpen and solid in 24, but those first couple of years and experiences in the big leagues, what was that like for you to just navigate all of that and kind of learn where the organization found a fit for you?
Yeah, it just goes back to your question about, what I learned when I was with, the RubberDucks, just starting the year in 22. It's all about learning about yourself and just learning about how to get hitters out with your stuff and trying to grow each and every time that you go out to the mound.
What would you say is the biggest difference from Hunter Gaddis, the pitcher we saw in Akron in 22, to Hunter Gaddis, the pitcher now working for Cleveland, entering 25?
I would have to say experience. I've thrown a lot more since then, so I've learned a whole lot more. Like I said, every time I'm trying to get something and look at video after and trying to learn something. And the staff here has been incredible with helping me learn and helping me understand my stuff. And I think now I pitch a lot more angry, a lot more aggressive, so it's really panned out for the good.
You were a starter in your time in 22, and a lot of guys do make that transition from starting to ultimately a pretty important relief role at the big leagues. How did you make that transition?
Well, kind of in 23, there was a couple of doubleheaders that I was able to go throw in, and that was out of the bullpen. Got a little taste of it, and then a little bit in the spring training of 24, got the taste of it, and went through the season and was able to ride with it. And it was kind of a whole new thing, being ready for every game and whatnot, but it was fun. I enjoyed it, learned a lot about myself last year, so it was good.
When did you feel like you belonged in the major leagues?
I don't know if I, still do. I'm still trying to prove myself every day. It's definitely a game that if you, take your foot off the gas pedal, it'll punch you in the face. So I'm still growing and learning. Who knows if, I belong or not.
Well, Cleveland fans now know your name, know what you're like a little bit, at least watching you from a distance. That 24 season, you guys go deep into the postseason, win a division title. What was most memorable for you about all of that?
I think just being with the guys in the locker room. We were so close. We were having so much fun, and it just we were playing the game for each other, and it was the best feeling, just getting a W and continuing to go as far as we could.
What was the most memorable moment for you?
Oh man, I'd probably say when David Fry hit his home run. I had just came out that inning. I was sitting on the bench, I was sweating, I was wore out, and I was watching the bat. I had a perfect line to watch the ball go out, and that one will be stuck in there for a while.
Pitching in the postseason of the major leagues, so few of us will ever get to know what that's like. How would you describe it?
It's intense. It's kind of hard because I tend to black out. I am getting ready for it before I go in. And when I'm in, I just give 100% of what I got that day. And then when I get out, I'm like, what just happened? So I tend to black out, but it's very intense. It's very fun. I wouldn't want to do anything else, obviously. So it's just an enjoyment.
Now in spring training 2025, what's this spring like for you, kind of knowing your role a little bit more and getting ready for a big season?
It's been good. It's going smoothly. Everybody's working really well with me, and the other guys are helping me out along the process, of course. But it's been good. It's been solid. I'm ready to get after it.
What are you looking forward to most about this year?
I'm ready to get it started, first off, and last year is last year, and I want this team to achieve more.
What do you think it's going to take for this team to get even farther and achieve the goals that you hope for of bringing a championship to Cleveland?
I think it's doing what we did well last year, and then just staying together. We're all out there playing for each other, and just keeping it that way, going out there, giving what you got that day, and I think we'll be in a good spot.
Well, Hunter Gaddis, again, former RubberDuck, current Cleveland Guardians pitcher. We're so proud of you down in Akron and appreciate you giving us some time.
No problem. Appreciate it.